Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Crew 2 in part 86. By continuing on in the USB Tour next for race number 4 or 5, we'll take on the Great Equalizer. But man, it was a lot of fun out there from Into the Deep as race number 3 to go for the recap by Normal and Endurance to have the Proto Alpha Mark II and the Concept Spiral competition. As I'm about to go continue on to have a good placement to be set by having a next 2 Alpha Grand Prix race car as I go for the Red Bull R314 Disruption Edition, and for the Endurance we'll have to go for the Proto Concept Post Performance. Now this will have to go up and go down to have some few other corners and track layout just to see how it turns out to give a good different roll of a racing roller coaster to see how it goes. Here's the track layout, and this is gonna be a lot of fun to go for 3-lap challenge, and the track is about to go on the wet. Here I go and wait until the green.
Hey, here's a fun fact for you. Over 24 commercial scuba divers worked on the construction of these courses, installing massive concrete support pylons up to 500 feet tall. They've been down there inspecting structural integrity after every race. Just another reminder of how much work it takes to make the USST possible.
There you go, first place in the lead, and I am on the road to go for a major objective to go place up in the first. Just look over there on Chicago whenever you're about to be passed by during the race. But double up on the bus stop chicane, going lighter and going clear to have the downhill to go straight up, then bring out the nitro to go climbing up to have the next corner right over here. It's so impressive, just like you're about to be riding on a roller coaster. But in the race, just only have Normal on 3 laps and Endurance by 8 laps is all about to go for the faster of speed. Just like Into the Deep by having 2 hairpins to go for the right and second on the left. But that would be doing much more possible to have this corner to go right here and short straight towards the final corner to keep a good amount of speed to have a nice solid reflex. First lap clear and heading up to lap number 2. Progression is at 37%, just need to keep it nice and neat without having one touch the contact by the rail. But guardrail as well to be on the inside or outside whenever you're about to see the apex. Come on, just have to keep that turn up, going clear, and have the RB14 Disruption Edition. We might have to take that downhill right now. Okay, that's the ticket, and give a good top speed by around in 150 miles per hour and go down to be right back at the double hairpins by doing a downhill run. Okay, good, magnificent, and clear.
You know, these twisting curves were quite difficult to build, but they were always seen as a core feature of the tracks. They twist for the same reason a roller coaster does, because when you reduce that lateral shear against the tires, there's no reason to ever slow down.
Alright, third and final lap, and this will have to do a warm-up prep work before taking on the Endurance on the same one in the Great Equalizer. Got to admit, I only have to save it for only one Proto Concept in the post-performance before Globe Motorsport will be reserved in Fire Sky. Just you wait, viewers. I got everything set up and have the racing suit of the USB Tour next to be represented by post-performance. We'll be going on standby at the ready.
You know, it takes a special kind of driver to enjoy speeds this extreme, because, let's face it, one mistake here and you are at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Massive respect to everyone out there today. I really mean that.
Okay, coming back and do that double hairpin. Rolling up and got a good eye on the apex. Solid touch and go shafted up the boost. But this run is going to be having a good under 4-minute time. This will have to get down and final corner on the full stretch. And there you go. First place by 3 minutes, 49.725 seconds has now been solidified work and go by the famed magnet to get up onto the icon level by 3664. Perfection and warm-up practice complete before moving on to take the endurance stage. Just the way the practice it goes, and more faster to have a nice single of the Formula 1 race car is well debuted to be rolling up and get entered of the USB Tour next. But however, I just promoted into Icon 3664, which is gonna have to be quite good to have a new comfort point is now available. But let's have a good look on the map, and that is gonna be a lot of fun, like you're about to be riding on a roller coaster. So over here, the starting line is going to be serving up on the forward direction to get up onto the first, followed by in turn number 2 and 3, which is also to have turn 4 and 5 along with turn 6 and 7. And then this might have to take that bus stop chicane to go for only one good possibility to have that spot right over here whenever I'm at. See? But better yet, and good perfection to have the main roll on the bus stop chicane to have the straightaway to go down, and going up by having a right corner turns to have the third sector is all about to have some few other twisty turns and do some wide opening onto the inside corner. But talk about having a differences if you're about to go for the inside or outside by going alone or forming as a crew to have a good front race of the USB Tour next when you're at Motorflix Arena. So let's go quick travel 2, but I know what to do. This what to go ready up and have the proto concept post performance is about to go for a main stage and have all the vanities to go equipped and give a good speed competition to be well outfit in style. So I got everything I need, per level maxed out at 340 and 1002 horsepower and top speed 270 miles per hour and handling level on semi-expert. So here I go folks. Let the 10th lap endurance in the Great Equalizer begins and give the proto concept post performance. We'll give a good pulse of the speed and time of day will go into nighttime where having a clear weather forecast is now going on a normal. So let's begin the countdown in 3, 2, 1, and we're off.
Hey, here's a fun fact for you. Over 24 commercial scuba divers worked on the construction of these courses, installing massive concrete support pylons up to 500 feet tall. They've been down there inspecting structural integrity after every race. Just another reminder of how much work it takes to make the USST possible.
Alright, first place, here I come, and full balance on the proto concept post performance is all about to have a good concentration, just like all the other 3 proto concept vehicles represent Speed Racing, Sparrow Competition, and Globe Motorsports. Now this is very much more having some good 2 special unique exclusive by having a main example. The first one as part of the post performance to have a good style of a race car that almost to be similar to be look like based up from Trackmania. But it actually does to have a different additional variation which is very much more going on for having a Trackmania style. But I bet you guys have already seen this one. It turns out to have some full unique variation when racing in the USST next at Motorflix Arena. But now, this was to go down to have some first lap to be on the progression to be stopped at 11%. So wait for it, and here comes entered lap number 2. Just like that, just have to keep counting out and see how longer it takes to go by 10 laps. We'll be make it into 100%. But all I have to do is gonna have to master the speed, handling, and balance just to see how it tested to be put up onto the limit. Okay, doing well, and keep a good skip marks will be pulled out the sparks. Now for the bus stop chicane, and wait until the downhill we have to go for having one good straightaway to go amp up on the nitro boost. Oh yeah, now this is a good roller coaster style on this track and much more endurance to be able to straighten up and embrace it to go for a competitive performance. Now almost there in 20%, have the checkpoint and go boost it up. So I'm at 15 seconds behind the gap from other 7 drivers, they're about to go line up in separate gap to be in formation to catch up to go down the hill and double up on the hairpins. Feels like going on the ace and going faster up will field the post. Alright, good reflexes and good motion on the sensor. Okay, checkpoint clear, update on the gap, got to go deaccelerate and reaccelerate to have the good corner to be performed simultaneously and perfection for keeps. Almost there by 20 seconds. Gotta have to go faster and make it for more paces. That's 20 seconds behind from 7 opponents. Now make it into 21. Okay, now for the twisty turns hairpins, got to go down and go on the center on the front. Okay, third lap is about to go finishing up soon. I see some few other racers are about to go catch up and go climbing up on the main path of the track. Lap number 4 enters, and this will go rolling up and get faster to stay on the track. The line itself and few other drivers are about to go separately to get back on track to have some few other technical problems on to the handling respond. So I'm at 36% progression, and this time going on Trailblazer is going to have to go rolling out in style. Got to slow down and get back up by over 250 miles per hour. So what comes up and what go faster down the hill. Hang on, looks like Jane may be going up the track. Half the marshals will have to go and grab her to get back on track.
You know, these twisting curves were quite difficult to build, but they were always seen as a core feature of the tracks. They twist for the same reason a roller coaster does, because when you reduce that lateral shear against the tires, there's no reason to ever slow down.
Okay, Milton overtakes, 1 lap plus, and Blue Zone is coming out. So I got the 5th lap, moving on, and progression ongoing in 46%. Got to go rev it up onto the limit and get there to have some suction zones to go respawn and wait for the partial lead for the next lap later on. But here comes the halfway mark of the track. Let's make it and stop at 50% to go down on the checkpoint to be on the main straightaway to go down below. Alright, right back on sector 3 to have some twisty turns. It's going to get a little bit rough out there, and keep an eye on the opponents. Blue Zone is still ongoing in session, and I saw the other drivers to be coming right back in to overtake on Lawrence. Okay, there we go. Halfway there is doing in progress, 53%, and moving on towards the final corner to get back and have a good straightaway to catch up onto the last place driver. And there's the 5th place driver on the number 5. Gwen is doing well. Okay, checkpoint going clear. Looks like it's about to get foggy out there, viewers. Gonna have to keep a good speed and watchful eye on the barriers to have a good follow-up on the arrows. Just like to be exactly to have some dynamic forecasts since the USB tour cities from Las Vegas. But in Lake Michigan, just always have to be well embrace it and give it much more speed and handling to keep it much more center on contested if you're about to have some few other opponents to go around on the course. But technical problems, where I see one of them is going off the island. Okay, they're about to get back on track. Now, gonna have to catch up onto the 4th place driver when the Blue Zone is in session. I saw Dana and she's going on and keep up the paces for the Proto Concept Spear Racing to be represented by part of the team. Okay, 5th lap clear. Now proceed onward to have the 6th lap is now been double checked, and then the 7th lap is going underway. Got to admit, every 1 lap by having 11% progression is all about to do the math. But 10 laps in the Great Equalizer and the other 3 courses by having 8 laps is all about to have a good method and do some different perspectives to see how faster for every Alpha Grand Prix race cars, just like all the other 8 places of the USB Tour cities. But I'm always love to go touring car competitive, and more especially for the Alpha Grand Prix discipline will be put up and get things to go faster for the next level. I saw Victor coming in and Jane ongoing in 2nd place. Okay, that was a close call. Now going on the double hairpin, and Victor is staying on the dirt. So coming up onto the hillside left corner, this will get tricky and go sections up onto the amp up speed towards the final corner. Now the 7th lap is about to be finished and proceed at lap number 8. And here comes the 9-minute total time. This will have to go up by 1 more minute to go. But look at this, folks. 1 minute and 21 seconds behind the gap by 1 lap plus is going on a Trailblazer. Just brilliant and well tested when you're on normal difficulty to go max out by per level on 340.
You know, it takes a special kind of driver to enjoy speeds this extreme. Because, let's face it, one mistake here and you are at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Massive respect to everyone out there today. I really mean that.
Oh yeah, it's coming along nicely. And the Pulse performance is still ongoing in the lead to be outfitted with a Theme of Vanity. But however, the Trackmania variation on Gwen is still doing on stronger to catch up and work it up to be reaching towards the top 3 position. Now we have Bryce on the 8th place in the Spearmeister SM71 and moving up towards directly to have the next lap on number 9. But more importantly, this will have to get down and keep a good watchful eye to have this race in the Great Equalizer will be take on for having a 9-lap endurance. So keep a good eyes on the progression. This race is about to be over soon in a matter of minutes. But take a good look on the sightseeing view at Chicago during the nighttime. So beautiful and much more exactly to see the USST next is going around to have a good run on the Motorflix Arena. But this way to take the final lap is going stronger up and get proven up to have some paces, and correction turns out to have the one good ways to be mastered to do a 9-lap challenge. Slowing down to 4%. Just have to stay strong and stay well defended to have a good trailblazing on the run. Now coming in and have the last section zones to go clear up towards the final corner will be on the final stretch. And there's the checkered flag. Gonna take it, and there you go. 11 minutes, 25.339 seconds. Now this is a very good faster of the USB Tour next and 9 laps in the Great Equalizer. Competitive, speed, balance, and concentration is the recipe of success to go climbing up and go down to have a good stage of the track on the roller coaster in the Great Equalizer. Now that's what I call endurance of the faster of speed. I can't say that would be going much more thrilled to be exactly if I had to go for overtime by having one more lap and then going back onto the center of the hub. So folks, I bet you like it. This brings out to have the 4th race of the USST next is going to be getting closer towards the end on number 5. We'll be going proceed in Fire Sky. different track, and very much more exactly as ever, as I'm about to go for only 2 recommended prototype race cars we'll be using on the Proto Alpha Mark X and the Globe Motorsport as well to have a good final stage on the main pattern of the lineup. But also yet, Alpha Grand Prix is still on the progress to be reaching up towards 100% along with Air Race, Powerboat, and Touring Car, which is still yet to be remain available to have some few other race events that related to Motorflix Season 10 Episode 2 on Flashback. Well, I kinda say that was a lot of good competition and give a good proud of the post performance will give a good nice sound of the horn. Now this is a good post-performance horn indeed. Alright, now the course map is going to be quite good, remarkable to have a nice good race on the roller coaster themed session to have the 4th round is now been checked and complete. But looks like Fire Sky is about to go for the grand finale and different track layout is going to be quite good to be reserved to have some nice 2 recommended Alpha Grand Prix race cars. We'll be doing 3 laps and then the most endurance will have to take on with some few corners, including the 90-degree angle will be on the final corner. So I have to be ready and wrap this up before moving on in part 87 until at the end of the current video. The USB Tour Next is about to be finished and momentarily to have some 5 races will be available to go challenging up in the hard and ace difficulty. But after all, it's all about speed, competition, and 2 ties by having a 3 lap on normal and endurance whenever it takes to have a good clean line competition to go around at Motorflix Arena. This is going to be a lot of excitement, and momentarily after finishing the USB Tour Next, other events will go forward to have some flashback challenges will be going on in pixelated background. Just give a good style and make it much more indeed to have a theme of a retro. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra. Will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.